So here I am, the guy in the story, and yeah, I guess you could say I'm living the dream. Or at least that's how I wanted people to see me. Let me set the scene. I'm in my mid-30s, a smooth talker, been through my fair share of heartbreak, and I'm doing just fine in life. Or so I thought. You see, I'd learned from my past relationships that sometimes the best way to protect yourself is to keep people at arm's length. And what better way to do that than with a little white lie, right? So I came up with this brilliant plan. I tell women that I'm married. Not like happily married, but married enough to get the sympathy points, you know? The whole, oh, he's taken, but he's such a great guy thing. It worked wonders. But here's the thing, I never actually was married. I didn't even have a wife. It was all just a story. But hey, it made life easier. Or so I thought. Then one day, I met Sophie, this stunning woman who was completely out of my league. She was kind, intelligent, and here's the kicker. She had no idea about my little lie. I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous, because for the first time in a long time, I actually liked someone for real, not just for the attention. Sophie wasn't just a random fling. This felt different. But of course, I couldn't let her find out the truth, so I had to keep the lie going. Now, this is where things get really messy. I asked Emily, my assistant, to step in and pretend to be my ex-wife. Yeah, you heard that right. Emily, who's smart, capable, and probably the only person who could pull off pretending to be my ex-wife, was roped into this mess. Oh, and to make things even more believable, she brought along her 2 kids. So now, I'm not just pretending to be married. I'm pretending to have a whole family. The thing is, as we kept going, I realized just how deep this lie was running. Every time Sophie asked me more questions, every time Emily had to keep up with the act, it was like I was building a house of cards. And as you might expect, the cards started falling one by one. The deeper I got, the harder it became to keep it together. But here's where it gets even crazier. Despite all the mess, despite the lies, there were moments where I felt this overwhelming sense of relief, like I was finally being myself. In the middle of all this confusion, I started questioning who I was. Was I really the guy I'd created? Was I just a collection of lies and shields? Or was there more to me than that? It was an intense realization, one that made me feel more vulnerable than I'd felt in a long time. And let me tell you, as the truth started to unravel, it didn't just affect me. It affected Sophie, it affected Emily, it affected everyone around me. There were moments when things got so awkward, so uncomfortable, that I thought I might just implode. But at the same time, I couldn't stop it. I was caught in this web I'd woven, and all I could do was hang on for dear life. I remember that turning point, when Sophie found out the truth. The room was silent. You could feel the tension in the air, like the weight of all the lies was finally crashing down. My heart was pounding. I was waiting for her to walk out, for everything to fall apart. But you know what? She didn't. She didn't just walk away. She stayed. And that's when I realized that maybe, just maybe, it's okay to be honest. That maybe the things we're so scared to admit to ourselves are the very things that set us free. In the end, I learned a lot about love, about trust, and about the importance of just being real. It wasn't about playing games or pretending to be someone I wasn't. It was about letting people see the real me, flaws, mistakes, and all. And it wasn't easy. No, not at all. But in the end, it was worth it.